Hey, it's David Duford at davidduford.com, where I help insurance agents like you become top producers. Today, we're going to talk about how to sell insurance, but only on a part-time basis. This is a really good video because many of the people I talk to or interact on some level that are just getting it started in selling insurance, regardless of what type it is, wonder if they can transition in a slower process to selling full-time by starting this process on a part-time basis, eventually building to a full-time business. There's a lot of perspectives on this. There's organizations that flat out will not recruit agents that sell part-time. And there's people like myself that I'm glad to recruit a part-time agent because that's how I got started in this business as well. So let's talk about some key points to making it work part-time, because there's definitely some mentality and behaviors you've got to have in order to make this successful. The first time is you've got to think of the concept of having a full-time effort on a part-time schedule. Part-time does not mean dabbling in the insurance business. There's all sorts of people who sell insurance, but they're not on a consistent leads system. They're not fighting to see people every week, even if it's just for a day or two. Those are what we call dabblers, and usually they will go into failure. So you want to completely think in a way that a full-time agent would, just without the level of availability that a full-time agent has. And that means you're committed to a certain amount of production each week. You're committed to a certain amount of lead or prospecting generation each week, so that numerically and consistently you'll be producing every single week, even if it's on a part-time basis at a lower level relative to a full-timer. Number two, you got to make sure you keep a strict prospecting and presentation schedule. Again, that coincides with what I just said. It's important to make sure you keep that. You keep your arrangements with yourself, that you schedule time to work your part-time business, not just do it casually. And number three, the pros of selling part-time is that, bottom line, it gets you into this business without the common effect of having what I call commission breath. A lot of people start off in the insurance business with very little money and a lot of hope and dreams, but not a lot of realistic outcomes. And what I mean by that is they place all their bets on this business because there's literally nothing else to lose. And they just don't have the savings, and the likelihood is low that if they have a bad week or two, they're going to be washed out of the business. A part-time start in the insurance sales business, with a full-time effort, of course, allows you to get started selling insurance and not lose the primary source of your income. Sure, you may want to quit your job. Sure, you may hate your job, but at least you don't put your whole family at risk if you were to leave. You're still in this position of being able to learn the ropes without all the stresses that come with a straight commission profession. Because once you're full-time in final expense, life insurance sales, whatever you're selling, you wake up unemployed every morning. You eat what you kill, man. There's nobody else to depend on but yourself. And that's a lot of stress when you don't have another job or other source of income. So bottom line, the thing with selling part-time is to make it a full-time effort, be consistent with how many people you see each week, with how many leads you get, and make sure that you treat this like a profession and give yourself the time to go full-time. You don't have to do it immediately. You don't have to start part-time for a week or two and then go full-time. I've had agents take 6, 12 months, and that's totally fine, because all this time they're getting experience, they're getting more confidence, they're saving up money, paying off debt in a casual, calm, collected environment. And when they go full-time, it's just really doing more of what they already know. It's not this huge jump into the unknown. So part-time sales works. And if you like to sell part-time life insurance, and maybe you've gotten some flack before from recruiting agencies, I be happy to work with part-time agents as long as they can commit to a full-time type of mentality. You can go to davidduford.com, click the Join David's Agency button at the top. That'll give you more information on the final expense, annuity, mortgage protection, and Medicare supplement programs I train agents to do. If you like this video, thumbs it up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with your friends too who may be looking to get into insurance sales. My name is David Duford at davidduford.com. We'll see you next time. Take care.